Hi everybody, this is the Baseball HUD, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, HUD, and welcome back to another visit to the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny fun.
And welcome back to the Baseball HUD 3, and hopefully you like this video, and hit that subscribe button. We're back here talking about the inmates, the residents at WFAN, a couple of interesting things. Interesting. It's my voice cracks. As I was doing my live stream of the Baseball HUD on Sunday night, one of the patients at the fan, Keith McPherson, wrote to your host. He said, "Oh, great, a lot of views on this one video, not so many great views on other. I haven't watched the video. Thank God. Thank God he didn't watch his videos that I did of him. So I could just imagine him watching, oh, I can't wait. And then, what guy, and just losing it. Within seconds. Me making fun of him. And then talking about how he did hostage tape when he put out the news that he wasn't going to be a regular at the fan anymore. But I thought that was kind of interesting. So if he's watched this video, thank you for leaving comments. That's a first. And he said, I didn't watch it. Well, how can you respond if you didn't watch it? But that's how it goes. But let me read you this about Greg Giannotti. Gregory, who's part of the Norman and Greg show, the Norman and Gregory show in the morning on WFAN. He's a piece of work himself. We haven't talked about him in a long time. Just the one thing I love about these guys is that even though we have these lulls, okay, of quiet, we're gonna get some fireworks soon. I guarantee you that. Because they're going to want to get some real attention for themselves. They haven't gotten attention for themselves in quite a while. But they will soon. Very well. They can't help themselves. They have to. It's part of the whole shtick of the shock radio. Barrett Media. And that's a better website than, quite frankly, Awful Announcing. They get these articles out there much quicker when it comes to the radio side. And we're also mentioned it doesn't freeze on your host. Headline, WFAN's Greg Giannotti, Al Michaels returned to Thursday Night Football, a mistake. He has hung on a little bit too long. He doesn't sound like himself any longer. Well, the guy's 90 years old. What the hell do you expect there, Gregory? Really. Legendary broadcast Al Michaels is set to return for another season of Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. A decision that has sparked debate among sports media. On Monday, WFAN hosts Greg Giannotti and Norman Esiason, a.k.a. Boomer, weighed in during their Boomer and Geo show, offering perspectives that range from reverent to critical. Now, he is probably 1A, the greatest play-by-play man in the history of the NFL. The other being, of course, Pat Summerall. Pat Summerall, folks, you've never heard of him. He was awesome. Every Sunday, watch him with the Giants and John Madden. Legendary. And Al Michaels is probably up there on that top list. It's really only 2 or 3 guys, really. There's a lot of guys below that were great, but not as good as Summerall and Michaels. Because they were competitors. They were on different times, and they did a lot of Super Bowls. Summerall was so good. My goodness. Miss him. Miss him calling the Giants games. But anyway, Giannotti acknowledged Michael's storied career while questioning whether it's time for him to step away. Al Michaels calling games just has to stop at this point. He's one of the world's greatest broadcasters. I'll have great memories of him for a long time. Gregory said on WFAN Monday. While honoring Michael's legacy, he suggests the veteran announcer's performance may have slipped in recent seasons. Well, he is very old. He's getting up there. He's in his 80s. I just think that he has hung on a little bit too long. He doesn't sound like himself any longer. Greg added, maybe 2 years ago he did. Last year, not as much. Now I think it's finally over for him. But he's decided he's going to come back next year, which I think is a mistake. If he wants to do it, he's obviously earned the right. Then what's the problem? Nobody watches the games anyway. Hosting, I would have loved to watch the Bears game on Prime. Sucks. Giannotti also offered his opinion on potential success for the Prime Video booth if Michaels were to change his mind in any fashion. I think the biggest complaint is it's on Prime. You got to pay for it. And you pay enough for these games as it is. You got to keep paying and paying and paying with these streaming services. That should be the complaint. When he decides to hang it up, I'd give it to Kevin Harlan. That's what I would do. I mean, they want some energy. They would stand out, he said on WFAN Monday, highlighting Harlan's award-winning persona and the importance of a dynamic presence he feels is needed on Thursday Night Football. Michaels has served as a lead play-by-play voice for Amazon's Thursday Night Football package since 2022, continuing a career that has been made him one of the most recognizable and trusted figures in sports broadcasting. Last week, the Sports Bureau Journal reported Michaels is set to return for the upcoming 2026 season. Esiason, Boomer, who has worked with Michaels, on the other hand, underscored the deference given to iconic figures like Michaels. When you're legendary, you get to do this. You get to go as far as you want to go, as long as you're good at what you do and people can count on you being there and knowing the rules. Knowing how to get in and out of games and plays and get to the commercials, nobody does it better, he said, framing Michaels' longevity as a combination of skill and earnest respect. That guy is the best at determining who got a foul, who got a penalty. He is the best. I mean, that's the one thing I always noticed about Michaels. He always knew who got the penalty on the field. And just having watched him so many years doing these games, you sort of realize just by how how the flags get thrown, just from listening to him, you learn which side got the penalty. It was defense, offense. He's so good at that. Michaels has called NFL games for several networks, including NBC's Sunday Night Football and ABC's Monday Night Football. His presence, and that's where it really made his bones, Monday Night Football. His presence has been both celebrated and scrutinized, with some praising his consistency and experience, while others question whether he can still deliver the high-energy broadcast viewers expect. Well, he still delivers. I mean, keep in mind, he is in his, I guess, close to his 80s. Been doing this for a long time, 40-something years. He can do as long as he wants. Now, Greg Giannotti will not have that problem. He won't have that problem. One day they'll say to him, the men in the white coats will actually come and take him out of there, pick him up and send him off. Or they'll, somebody will come, basically do what they did to poor Spaz Licata and the Coconut Head Brandon Tierney. Say, get the fuck out of here, hit pound sand, hit the road. Boomer's afraid of you, the hell out of here. And of course, this is another visit to the insane asylum nervous hospital. And it is the nervous hospital known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, to the funny fun.